Before we get to the video, I just want to let you guys know about our Patreon, where you can join our Discord and converse with us directly, get access to all our anime reactions, and see all our reactions early, so go check that out. Even if you can't support us over there, that's okay. You can still make a huge impact to our channel right here on YouTube. If you like our reactions, if you like our discussions, if you want to see more, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It really does make a huge difference to us. And most importantly of all, enjoy the reaction. What's up, netizens? You're watching DarkStar. My name's Anthony. I'm joined by fellow reactioneer Chris. What's up, dude?
Dude?
We've got DBX Magneto versus Darth Vader. Interesting matchup. I mean,
Very interesting matchup. I feel like it should be extremely one-sided.
Yes, it is.
Not even close.
Incredibly one-sided. Like, embarrassingly one-sided. Close. Yes. This might be one of the most one-sided battles that I've ever seen, honestly, on one of these channels.
I can't wait to see Darth Vader win.
Somehow, yeah.
And I see how that happened, yeah.
Yeah.
That would totally happen.
There's just no way. He could literally crush him within the first quarter of a second of the fucking episode. He's covered in metal.
It's not even just that. I mean, I would love to actually, like, I'm pretty sure Darth Vader's probably done some stupid, crazy shit in the fucking
extended universe
and shit like that, but we're talking about an Omega level mutant. Like, someone who could literally...
Was he ever classified as Omega?
I could have swore he got classified whenever they talked about that whole feat where he could, like, move the Earth off his axis and shit like that.
I know he wasn't originally an Omega level mutant, but I've seen people speculate that he should be considered Omega level mutant, but I've never seen him actually get classified.
I mean, someone who could physically move the goddamn planet on his own, I feel like that should classify as Omega. But...
Well, the theory behind Omega level mutants is that they literally have limitless power. There's no limit to the ability of what they theoretically could do if they had complete mastery of their power. So the reason why somebody like Iceman is able to do that is that he could literally, if he had the max amount of power that he could actually do and had complete control, he could make the universe absolute zero in an instant, which would kill everything, obviously. So there's literally zero, there's no limit to what his ability can actually theoretically do, which is the same reason why Frank Richards, who has like matter manipulation, is also an Omega, because he is literally, there's no limit to what they can do. Most of them are matter manipulators, because obviously if you're a matter manipulator, you can do
pretty fucking OP.
You can do literally anything, yeah. So theoretically, so like that's why people like Xavier, Magneto, and Storm were always considered like they weren't Omega, but they were like borderline Omega, because their abilities were so ridiculously overpowered. But there's theoretically a limit. Now, I don't think Xavier has any way to theoretically be an Omega level mutant, but somebody like Magneto, because it's not like he just controls metal. He controls the powers of magnetism. And theoretically, there's a way where you can get to the point where he has unlimited power. So I think theoretically, if they wanted to write it that way, they could make him an Omega level mutant. Storm is another one that I've seen people say that she has like the potential to be one as well, but I don't really see how she accomplishes that either. I really don't know how that comes about, but that's my understanding of Omega level mutants. Because obviously Magneto is way more powerful in his state right now than Iceman. But the reason why Iceman is Omega and Magneto's not is because Iceman, or at least at the time that I was looking at this stuff, was because Iceman had more potential than Magneto did, even though he hadn't actually realized that potential. At least that's my understanding. But either way, Darth Vader has no fucking chance against Magneto. I mean, even if you could grant that for some reason Magneto couldn't do something to his suit, Magneto could crush the Death Star instantly. Like, he could do so much that Darth Vader can't do anything about. The only thing I can think is if you're in a universe with the Force, I don't know. I'd be really surprised if he could do it if he hasn't faced some sort of pressure before. But if Darth Vader started immediately and force choked him, like at the start of the battle, I don't know how Magneto, as technically speaking, just an old man. I mean, he's an old man with crazy powers, but he is an old man. I don't know if he can just do whatever he wants while he's getting choked. I don't know how that works. I don't know if he can just literally has full control of his powers,
I mean, I'd be
even if
surprised
he's
if, like, while he's getting choked, he could just look at fucking Darth Vader and just fucking crush him.
yeah, yeah. Well, I was still speaking from the perspective that he couldn't control Vader's suit at the very least. I don't. There's no reason why he couldn't. I was just saying for the purposes of this battle, like,
Gotcha.
at least make it so Vader can move around and fucking try to dodge or something. Like, just not instantly get crushed. Because yeah, why wouldn't he fucking just get crushed? Well, let's go ahead and watch this battle. I mean, actually I like Magneto a lot, so I'm biased towards Magneto. So I'm gonna go with him either way.
I am Marvel, so I am also biased towards Magneto.
Magneto's got to be top 5 villain for me for sure.
Fair enough.
So, all right, let's go ahead and check out what happens.
Excellent find, Admiral. This insignificant planet is suitable collateral for our weapons test. Fire when ready.
Rude.
Kindly excuse my interruption. That insignificant planet just so happens to be my home.
How amusing.
I mean, Magneto must have some baller ass hearing aids, dude.
Facts.
Here we go!
They went 3D for this one and everything, dude. They wanted to make it epic.
You underestimate the power of the dark side.
Welcome to die.
No!
Release me.
Do not mistake that as mercy.
I wouldn't recognize mercy in the first place. Fool! You cannot resist the master of magnetism!
This fight legit would have been over fucking like forever ago.
You are not the victor yet. You are most impressive.
No fucking way. Okay.
Good lord. I'm glad that these are not done on fucking facts, cause god damn,
I mean,
would they getting fucking roasted right now in the comments?
I'd be
I gotta read the comments to this shit.
sometimes I think that something's one-sided and I go look and like I find out that actually the people think the other side is like the one. I don't necessarily always agree. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But sometimes I find out that the general consensus is the other way. I would be fucking mind blown if people thought Darth Vader actually fucking could beat Magneto. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No. It's just curb stomp, curb stomp, curb stomp, curb stomp, curbs out. This guy says Vader equals cyborg equals mechanical body parts equals Mags curbs out. This is the question that's posed by somebody who was asking, was kind of on the fence, and this is what they asked, because this is actually an interesting. This is the only question that could potentially give Vader a chance, and the question was: so you feel like Magneto's power over metal would be greater than Vader's level of the Force? Is as a question, and my answer is not. It's not even close. The things that Magneto lifts with ease, Vader, the level of force control they showed in this thing, Vader has never shown this level of force control that I understand. And comparing it to what Magneto does with absolute ease all the time, like as easy as breathing. So I understand that some people watching, if they're familiar with Vader and the extended universe, I understand that Vader probably is significantly, not probably, he is significantly more powerful in the extended universe than he is in the movie. I understand that. That's obvious. The problem is that if you're not familiar with Magneto also in the comics versus where he is at in the movies, then you're not comparing apples to apples. So you can't have movie Vader versus Magneto Vader, or Magneto Vader, movie Magneto, and then say, well, you don't understand, Vader in the EU is actually way stronger, and then not also say, okay, well, Magneto in the comics is actually way stronger as well. And when you make that leap together, it's just not even close. Like, it's so one-sided. I don't even know how to analyze it properly with how much of a gap there is. Like, it's not even close. I know they're for fun, but I'm pretty surprised that they had Vader win in the end. Usually I felt like even when they wanted to make a character feel like, they wanted to like pay some respect to the character, which when Magneto was going to win, I was going to say that, like, hey, I understand the battle would have ended earlier, but they wanted to make Darth Vader look like a badass for Vader fans. Makes sense. It's for fun. It's fine. Usually, and this is still fine because it's just for fun. It's not like a fucking real thing. And even if it wasn't, if you really held that opinion, then that's your opinion. I think you're wrong. But usually they do tend to go for the person that would actually win, I feel like. And I can't imagine that they actually believe that Darth Vader would be Magneto. I'd be shocked.
Feat ever pulled off by the Force. Like someone using the Force. The strongest thing that the Force has ever done was Palpatine's Force Storms. Their gigantic hyperspace wormholes are capable of tearing apart entire fleets, moons, and possibly even planets. Sidious could summon these storms with a more inclination and thought, and was capable of doing this from thousands of light years away. He could also control them quite well, as he decimated a surface with one of these storms while leaving Luke Skywalker unharmed.
That is fucking ridiculous.
So that is the strongest feat known that a Force has been able, or that anybody using the Force has been able to do. The other ones are not that impressive. But I feel it would take time to rip a fucking hole. And fucking Magneto would just crush him. Like, I just, it's hard for me to. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna fucking sound biased because I'm a fucking Marvel fan. It really doesn't fucking matter what I say. But I don't see a solution here for Vader. I just physically don't.
Well, the thing about what you're talking about though is that the counter argument, what the argument is coming down to is how strong the Force is versus his magnetism. Because what people are saying is that
right,
yes,
he
can crush.
The strongest feat was with the Force.
He can crush his. Well, I mean, I would argue if he was capable of that, which I'm not saying he is, but if he was capable of that, then he could definitely stop Magneto from just crushing his suit. I mean, that would be child's play compared to that.
I'm just saying, though, he might be able to stop Magneto from crushing his suit, but if he was to have to concentrate to do that, there's no way he could concentrate on both.
I don't necessarily agree with that because we've even seen in the new Star Wars movies, uh, uh, fucking one dude who's way less powerful than they are, Kylo Ren stops lightsabers and walks around and does all sorts of shit while he's still got them stopped in the air, and then he lets them go at the end.
Hmm.
So I can definitely multitask with the Force, I think. But I don't think the Force is that powerful. I don't think that a lot of the extended universe stuff is canon, and if it is canon, what to me the difference in those levels of feats are too much. The magnitude difference is way too much for me to take the movie seriously if you're going to try to tell me that the extended universe is canon. You can't tell me the extended universe is canon and that Luke Skywalker with his fucking lightsabers in the old movies is also canon. It's horseshit. I mean, he looked like an idiot fighting with his lightsaber versus Darth Vader at that point in time. If Darth Vader is capable of destroying like Death Star level fucking structures, because Magneto surely is. So if he's at that level, then he would have obliterated Luke. And so would the Emperor. So and all of the other various different Jedi. I mean, the Jedi have stupid reaction times. They're in tune with the Force. They have some level of precog. The Order, what is it, Order 66? Order 76? What fucking order is it?
For what?
The one where they killed all the Jedi.
Fuck if I know, dude.
Order 66. When they killed all the Jedi, none of the Jedi would have died if they had that level of power. Because even if they were just none of the Masters at the very least, even if they had a fraction of Anakin's power, they'd obliterate. They'd all be at least city busters. I mean, there's no way a troop of stormtroopers would have a chance of killing any Master Jedi if they were this powerful. Every single feat, every single thing that happened in the movies would be absurd. The Jedi should be going around basically obliterating all opposition in their way within days. They could fucking, however long it takes to travel from planet to planet, they'd be able to resolve every matter on every single planet within days of landing on those planets. So, I mean, over the course of like 6 months to a year or something, they could fucking basically wipe out any resistance throughout the course of the whole galaxy. There's just no feasible way that you can consistently say if the feats are on that level in the extended universe that the two coincide and it makes sense. There's just no way you could do it. One of the two have to be, either it has to be exaggerated or the movies are a joke. One of those two things has to be true. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out our Patreon for early access, or if you want to see reactions to all of these anime and more. Thank you, of course, to all our patrons listed here, and a special thanks to these 10 individuals who have contributed the most. You guys are awesome, and we are humbled by your dedication in supporting us throughout our journey. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you want to see more, please consider subscribing. We post several reaction videos every single week, and we hope to see our community grow as we do. Until next time, stay bright. We'll catch you on the dark side.